it's my job as a quarterback's coach to make sure that I'm reiterating what my expectation is out of the certain looks when we get week to week, and I want to build that comfortability with them within the offense of what side, whether we want to go to the Windows side of the concept side, or whether we need to kind of work our backside default, whether that be double slant or choice, whatever we have on the backside. I think it's great for built-in. It's got zone and man answers, and it's also great in the red zone. Okay. Windows, so you can kind of see our diagram there of what it looks like. So this would be like windows to the left for us, or 50. We would call that 51. So that's to the left. Our number one receiver runs like a 10-yard stop route. That's kind of angled in a little bit more than actually what we run. He's kind of getting to the top of the numbers. Our number two receiver runs what we call what most people call just an OTB, or over the ball route. We want that set up right at about 5 yards. And then our tailback is running just that old school shoot route. So his landmark is 2 to 3 yards on the sideline, but he's taking a direct path from the backfield. So it's not an up and out. It is a shoot route where he is literally finding a spot 2 to 3 yards on the sideline from his stance in the backfield, and he's running in a straight line as fast as he can to that point on the sideline, because we're trying to stretch the defense to the sideline there and get an easy read for the quarterback, because essentially what we're getting behind it is a curl flat concept. And then on the backside, we've got a 3-step slant by our inside receiver, so by our Y, or our number 2 guy, and our number 1, or our Z receiver in this case, would have our 3-step slant route, which when we stick that third foot in the ground, when we cross the near hash, we want to be no deeper than 6 yards. So really, it's more like an under route. We call it an under route, and that's kind of, so our double slant concept is an under with a 3-step slant route. And again, I know people run it different ways. I know there's a lot of great ways to run it. Quarterback coaching points: we catch, set, throw. Okay, so we're not trying to take any kind of drop. And so we're trying to get the ball out of our hands. So we're just going to get a left, right, and then we're getting the ball out as fast as we can. So nothing crazy there. Our quarterback 2 years ago liked to catch, set, and throw. Our quarterback this year did a left, right ball. And so I've kind of done both. I don't try to tinker with the quarterbacks too much. If they're having success and they're not having any issues, if they're more comfortable doing it, catch, set, throw, or left, right ball, I don't. In this case, with it being quick game, I don't mess with them too much. And we've had a lot of success doing it that way. Again, split the field for the quarterbacks the way when we teach this from install day one, whether I'm reteaching it now, that we've had it in our offense for a couple of years, or from day one, we teach it the same. We talk about numbers and leverage. I talk to them about don't split hairs, so don't get up there and second guess yourself. Should I go to this side? Should I go to that side? So on and so forth. So get up there, okay, and understand what we're trying to do, what side looks best, and you need to go with that side. And then know who our pre-snap read is. So whether I'm going to the window side, or whether I'm going to the double slant side or the back side, again, know who my read is if that's the side I'm choosing, so that I'm not just catching it and trying to guess and throw. We haven't thrown a lot of picks over the last couple of seasons, and I think that's because we do a great job coaching our kids, and our kids do a great job of learning and getting the reps, which is my last point there, which is reps equal confidence. So I didn't, we were better at it this year versus last year, because no doubt we've gotten more reps at it. And obviously I've gotten we've all done a better job of coaching it and knowing what the problems are, so that we don't, we can alleviate those. Okay. This is just going to be a 3-by-1, and we're just going to motion to a 2-by-2 formation. Okay, let him get set. Again, we're running this into the boundary here. Okay, left side. We got our double slants up top. Okay, you can see our quarterback does a great job. Okay, he sees the flat defender playing inside of number 2. Okay, that's an easy throw to the slant. Probably could have been a 2-way go here. Could have been thrown to either side. You can kind of see you get like kind of a curl flat down here in the boundary, okay, with the tailback running the shoot, and you got the 10-yard stop by our outside receiver. There's your over the ball. Okay. And then over here, We've got our double slant, obviously a lot of space out there. My defender was tucked inside of number 2, so that makes it a pretty easy read. Okay, and then again, it's that ball, step, get up the field. Okay, now we got a big gain on something that was just a simple, quick game for us. All right. Again, same thing here, just out of a 2-by-2 formation. So instead of motioning, we're just sitting in it. Okay. Again, pretty tight coverage. Not a great job by our tailback there. Obviously, you can see, we snapped the ball on the 39-yard line, and he's on the 41, so he actually went -2. He just kind of ran into that guy, so I don't like that there. Okay, so we would be coaching that up. Up top, had he gone to the double slant side, I completely understand that as well. Again, same thing, flat defender kind of tucked in inside of 2 there, so kind of got options, and that's kind of the goal of this play. Is because it's multiple and it's a split field concept. We like to get in situations, or I try to tell the quarterbacks, like, hey, there's hopefully both sides are going to be good, and it gives them the confidence. Again, same here. So again, out of another 2-by-2 formation. Okay, again, no tags. We got our double slants there. Okay, I like our timing by our quarterback. You can see our receiver kind of squares it off a little bit. He's a little bit slow out of his break. He should have quick cut that on this 3rd step. Good, again, big gain there. Something pretty simple for us. Okay, good job by our back here. So our back's gonna run pretty good shoot route here. Again, really good job of getting flat and fast. Okay, you see he outruns the flat defender here. That's our first read. We're gonna kind of peek that over the ball, and then we're going back to stop, and then we have our quick game up top. And again, you can kind of see, again, probably not, not bad up top. Okay, if we'd have gone to the double slant side, also would have been good. We got a great look at the back right here. And again, when we're throwing the ball to the back, we want to throw it to his upfield shoulder and keep moving towards the sideline. So when he catches it, he can drop step and get up the field, not have to turn around and fall for a couple of yards. I'll show you some good clips here in a minute. In fact, that's one of them right here, of throwing it to the back. You can see nice, flat and fast, outruns a flat defender, turns up the field. Okay. I mean, again, big touchdown up the sideline. To the wide angle. Here's the wide angle. We motion to our 2-by-2. Okay. Good job by our back, flat and fast, outrun the flat defender. Good. Throughout the field, and then it's a foot race. Again, big play. Really good job by right there, getting the ball out on time. Similar look here, different back, so not as explosive, but you can see right there, good, get the ball in his hand. We outrun the flat defender. We're dragging the corner in. And if we're just a little bit faster there, okay, possibly getting into a position to get into another explosive play. Okay, again, same thing on a 2-by-2 formation. They don't really like the double slant side. You can see the corner and pretty tight. Again, good. Nobody on the back. Good. I don't like it. Obviously, we throw it to him late, and then he ends up running out of bounds there and runs out of real estate. So I'd like to get the ball out of our hands a little bit faster there. Again, 2-by-2 into the boundary. Good. I don't like it. Would like to keep that on his upfield shoulder so that's turned back inside like that. And gain up the sideline.